Shelly Palmer, the CEO of Palmer Group, is here with me to discuss. Shelly, great to see you. First of all, let's talk about how Facebook is handling this.
Look, Facebook has a lot of explaining to do, and their actions are going to speak louder than their words. So what we need to do is watch what they actually do, not what they say, not what people say, not what the sensationalist headlines are about. Facebook has concrete steps they have to do. They've said they're going to do some. We're expecting more announcements to come sooner than later. And then they're going to have to live up to them, and their job is to win back people's trust.
And that's important because even though they say, it, like in the instance Samuel just said, well, they opted in for that, clearly there's a lack of full understanding about the relationship here, and there has been trust violated at the very least.
Well, I'm not sure if trust has really been violated or if these headlines and the media hasn't blown this way out of proportion. The entire internet works on the following principle. You want valuable goods and services like Waze, like Facebook, like Gmail, and you don't want to pay cash for them. So what you pay for them with is your data. You use these platforms, they aggregate the data, they use data scientific research to analyze it, and they try to put relevant content in front of you to keep you on the platforms, and they try to put relevant ads in front of you to keep the advertisers paying and give them the best return on their advertising dollar. Now, this is a covenant you make. I get to use this for free. I get to upload my pictures. I get to, with Waze, I get to go from place to place in the shortest possible way with the least amount of traffic. With Gmail, I get to use free email. Like, it's not free. You're paying with your data. It's a form of currency, so people don't understand that.
That's exactly right, and you're so right to point that out, and I think it's the clearest explanation that's ever been given.
Thank you.
But it wasn't presented that way to
No.
us, and I would, by the way, I would opt to pay. Not everyone would, and that's an interesting conversation. But no one's ever asked me. They asked me, do you want to allow while I'm lost or while I'm trying to upload my kid's picture?
It's also,
there's been it's been
no
kind
question.
of stealth.
No, there's no question about that. Also, what people don't know, and where Facebook has, I think, maybe fallen down the job even a little farther than they're being attacked for, is that you don't know what the third-party app is going to do with the data you share. Now, what happened in 2013-14 with Cambridge Analytica has not been possible on Facebook since 2015. So that ship is sailed and those doors were closed. But still to this day, unless you go into your privacy settings and opt out of an app, once you've opted in to play a game or to use some app that will allow a login with Facebook, that app has a certain amount of access to your data. Now, in practice, most of that data you've already publicly published. Like, you're a publisher of your data. Everyone wants to be famous, and you make yourself famous on Facebook. Hi, I'm a celebrity. I'm all over Facebook. But at the end of the day, Facebook, the whole internet industry, advertising industry, needs to do a better job saying, hey, folks, press this button if you want to see relevant ads and relevant content. Press this button if you don't, and opt out here with one button.
Let me ask you, and you make a good point that data can be valuable currency. So there might be a whole bunch of people that are right down with that. They're fine with that. What happens to the companies like Facebook here? Because customers are now unhappy, and increasingly advertisers are not sure they're getting what they're paying for. Is this a problem? Even if we get past this as a society, is this a business model problem?
So I have to say that we are very data immature as a society, and Facebook has certainly grown faster than it has matured, and we all need to catch up. So what the antidote for this is, or what the solution is, it may be some form of regulation, but in order to do that, you need to first understand what you're regulating and why, because you have to be very careful. The way that Waze got to be valuable, the way that Facebook got to be valuable, the way that Twitter got to be valuable, if you believe it is, or Gmail got to be valuable, is that it was free, and literally millions of people opted in to use those services, and because of the scale of those platforms, because they were free, they became valuable. If you charge 20 bucks for Waze, you might use it now, but it never could have started. So we have to find a balance, and that requires people to spend 5 seconds thinking about it as opposed to just yelling about it.
And that is our responsibility as consumers. I also think that we shouldn't demonize it all. There are a lot of value, a lot of uses, and a lot of good from all of this, but there needs to be better understanding.
Couldn't agree more.
Shelly, you certainly helped me get there today, so thank you for coming on. We need it. We need guideposts. Shelly Palmer for us.